Our speaker from SAP will show us how generative AI is being used to optimize network capacity, reduce energy consumption, and improve ESG reporting. Hear from Darren West, Global Head of Circular Economy Solutions at SAP, and learn how to enhance circularity with SAP technology. Welcome on stage. Applause. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. Hello, Dusseldorf. How is lunch? Good. Are you enjoying your lunch? Good. Okay. I get the after lunch slot, so I'm going to do something a little bit different. So when I had to prepare this speech to you, I was looking for an analogy. So I brought you a book. Does anybody know this book? Hands up if you know this book. Yay, a couple of you. Okay, right. So this book has been with me since I was a kid. It's been through a lot. It's got some torn pages. It's got some dog-eared corners, but it's irreplaceable. A bit like digital technology. And while technology will evolve, its foundations are rooted in material flows, data, and the business processes. So for circularity, we need to understand all about material flow. We need to understand about embedding sustainability principles into your business and giving you those great circularity ideas so that you can do more. And we're going to scale it with AI. So, my name is Darren West. I am the Global Head of Circular Economy at SAP. My role is to decide where we put our money. That's a good job, right? Where do we put our money in terms of circular economy? But where did this start? So when I was a little boy, I used to do this. I used to take things apart and see if I could fix them. You could say it was an early days introduction to the circular economy. Anyway, let me tell you about this book. For those of you that haven't read it, it's a brilliant book. I would recommend it. But spoiler alert, coming up. So, basically, it tells the story of a mathematician called Harry who he creates a science that can predict the future. And he predicts that the galactic empire is going to collapse. And there'll be 30,000 years of the Dark Ages. So having predicted this, he goes, how can I fix it? So what he does is he sets up a foundation, hence the name of the book. And they store all the knowledge and all the process information in the foundation. Is this sounding like AI to you? There's your analogy. Anyway, why do we need to crack on with circularity? I'm going to get a little bit serious with you now. Because it's inevitable. Because if you look at this slide, you can see that in only 14 years, we've gone from only breaking through a few planetary boundaries, which are the safe zone is the green here, to breaking through 9 planetary boundaries. And this comes from the Stockholm Resilience Center, if you're interested to look it up. So circularity is going to help us fix this problem with climate change, with fresh water, with pollution. Novel entities are basically chemicals in the environment. You've all heard about plastics in food, blood, water. We need to fix this. You guys, with us, need to fix this with circularity. So, we're not scaling it fast enough. Here is a report from the Circularity Gap Report. Many of you will know this. We are going backwards. We used to be 9% of all materials on the planet were reused or recycled. It's now 7.2. You might be saying, why is this important to me? Here in Germany, nearly 20% of companies in the electronic sector are facing material shortages. Right now, this is data you collect every month. You can't hide from this. We need circularity, we need it now. But what drives circularity? There are 2 things, in my opinion, that drive it, right? The first thing that makes it happen now is regulation. But the thing that actually makes it scale up is economics. And I'm going to ask you a question in a minute, but let's look at regulation. So, I think this one you'll be very familiar with. How many of you are familiar with extended producer responsibility? Yeah, good, right. So we've had this for many, many years in many, many different materials. Particular expansion going on right now in packaging. It's particular focus on plastics. So we see, for example, that we've had EPR fees across Europe for packaging. They're now getting more sophisticated. We have eco-modulation, whereas if you use more recycled content, it reduces the fees you have to pay. We now see this coming to the United States. The Americans are surprised. They don't understand it. It's in Oregon. It's coming to California. It's coming to Maine. If you deal at all with packaging, and most of you will because you're going to ship products, come and talk to us about how we can help you with that. The bigger one that everybody in this room has been talking about is the ESPR, the European Sustainable Product Regulation. Look at the breadth. All these industries on the left-hand side. Now, okay, the Commission hasn't published all the data yet, but we'll get it soon. All these industries and materials are going to be covered. You need to collect information. You need data on water. You need data on air. You need the CO2 footprint. You need the recycled content. That's a lot of data you've got to collect, right? And you need to be able to show how you're changing your business process to make your product more reusable, recyclable, etc. Which means that you, when you're designing your products, need to make them modular. You need to think through, how do I make this product able to be changed and reused and recycled, etc. And that knowledge isn't always there. Okay, let me park that thought. Let's look at the economics. So, circularity, I believe, drives sustainability generally and profitability. Circularity touches everything. So, basically, we together, that's you, our lovely customers out there, and SAP, we can supply the tools, we can supply the data. You guys have the use cases. You have the business reasons to want to drive circularity. I think that you can extract more profit from reducing material use. You can also obviously reduce your impact on the planet. And if you move to a more circular as-a-service business models, you can also decouple the usage of materials from revenue and profit. Let me give you an example from one of our customers. Here is Caterpillar. They remanufacture cylinder heads for their earth-moving equipment. When we spoke to them, these were the results they achieved through implementing circular economy practices. These are great figures. 60%, 80%, 90% reductions. Companies need these kind of figures. They need to be able to achieve these kind of figures. So now it's time for me to ask you a quick question. Okay. Question one, quick show of hands. Is ESPR what's going to make a change for you? Is it going to be driven by regulations? So if you think, yes, I need to do something, I'm not ready for ESPR, please put up your hand. Anybody? Yeah, just a few here, okay. What about the second one? Are you fully equipped with the data, the systems, the processes to make business cases to your board to say, yes, I can drive more circularity? Put up your hand if this is a problem for you. I'm only seeing a few hands. Surprising. Okay. All right, so let me tell you a little bit more about AI. What are we going to do to help? Okay, I'll skip through this one because we've already talked about the regulations. So, basically, the challenges you face are fragmented and siloed data. It's all very manual. Collecting this data can be extremely manual. And you need insights. You need to know, how can I improve my circularity? Quick freebie for you. If you would like to know more about this, how we do this, please scan the QR code. And you can find a lot more information here. But basically, you need the data and the process information on all of these elements in order to start redesigning how you bring products to market. Okay, let's have a look at how we can help you with AI. So, first of all, we can help you streamline that data. Secondly, we can automate those processes. And finally, the AI can give you new ideas. It can benchmark. It can show you best practice. It can stimulate a discussion around trade-offs. All of these things are possible with AI. So, I've got a few minutes left to show you some demos. Who struggles to do CSRD reporting? Well, here's how you can automate it. This is a very simple use case. Many companies do this, but you can automate your production of reporting. It streamlines effort, right? It saves you something like 80% of the time to collect the data. And with a few AI clicks of a button, et voila, you have your ESG report. If you're not doing this already, you should be. Okay, but more interestingly than generative AI used for reporting, you've got lots of complex challenges. Let's suppose you're trying to redesign a component to have a lower carbon footprint. Typical problem. So you would be pulling in Scope 3 emissions from your suppliers. Probably 80% of your Scope 3 comes from your upstream supply chain. In order to get this done, again, you're talking to your suppliers, you're filling in spreadsheets. It's a nightmare. Why don't you just automate this process? We have a product that does this. It's called Footprint Management. And here is a little video showing you how we can automate it. So what you do, first of all, you have to decide, okay, which database am I going to use? Which will come up just now. Here it comes. So you have a choice of databases. Let me choose the right one that's appropriate for me. And let's say you have a food product where you're using, say, soya beans. You might want to pull in emissions factor data to calculate what that carbon footprint is, and that's a very tedious manual task. So what you do is you get the technology to do it for you. The technology can map all the emissions factor data related to your soya beans, can pull it in, and can give you a result with a confidence level. So you can check and do that. All automated, saves a lot of time. Okay, finally, quick one. Another SAP customer, Endres und Hauser, they have this challenge. Basically, sustainability teams don't understand design, designers don't understand sustainability regulations. AI can be our bridge. So if this is you, come and talk to us. We are looking for those use cases right now where we can help you as a product designer to become more sustainable, to build tools that enables you to create those scenarios, those trade-offs right now. So, to recap, the foundations are you need circular data in your system. You need the process data in your system. You need to have ideas about new circularity principles that you can push forward in your business, and AI makes it go faster. If you would like to find out more, we have a stand over there. Come and see us at our stand. We'd love to talk to you. Or just scan one of these codes and get in touch, and we'll love to talk to you. Thank you very much.